Coming up on ONTV Update, we take a look at a story focusing on the difficulties the music program is facing due to the pandemic.
From the BMC studio at Onondaga Community College, this is ONTV Update.
Good afternoon and welcome to ONTV Update. This is Friday, April 16th. I'm Sebastian Goodness. On April 21st, Onondaga Community College will be holding an art show that will show off artwork done by OCC students. It's part of the Spring 2021 Unity Day celebration. These events will all be held virtually due to COVID-19. The first place winner will receive a $50 Amazon gift card, the second place winner will receive a $25 Target gift card, and the third place winner will receive OCC memorabilia. Following COVID restrictions can be tough, but these constraints lead to a lower chance of getting the coronavirus. On TV Updates, Rosa Galavati sat down with a student in the music program to talk about the difficulties of COVID restrictions on his major.
Through the past year, coronavirus restrictions have changed a lot. Certain majors have been heavily affected by these constraints because they have made college classes even more challenging. Like many, music major Cameron Balcom has found social distancing to be extremely difficult.
With COVID restrictions, I can't really interact with people as much as I would like to. Like there are some pieces that require two people to be on the same instrument, having them be close together, and you can't really do that with social distancing.
Dr. Bridge has learned that social distancing has to be greater for his students, which makes it difficult to hear each other and practice in unison.
Just keeps them really separate. So the singers, if they're wearing a mask, have to be 12 feet apart. If they're not, it's 24 feet apart.
One thing Balcom has learned from these restrictions is to just live in the moment.
Don't take things for granted, just to less, say that, okay, it's a thing, just gonna do it and it's done, but more to kind of enjoy the little things, and because you never know when they could be taken away from you.
Balcom is excited for the day that music can once again bring people together. From Academic 2, Rosa Galavati, ONTV Update.
Dr. Bridge has seen a lot more depression in his students since COVID restrictions began. However, he feels that because the typical OC student has already overcome a variety of obstacles, most of them have figured out how to conquer these new limitations. We're only 3 weeks away from the end of the semester, and for sophomores, that means graduation is coming up. If you're still struggling to figuring out what you want to do after OCC, contact your advisor. If you plan to transfer to another college, they can refer you to an advisor of that college. If you plan to go into the job of your choice, they can refer you to Abby Varied of the Career Services Center at Coulter. Email them or call them when you have the chance. Onondaga Community College will be offering 7 new degree and certificate programs that will be available starting in the fall 2021 semester. The new program options are for a paramedic degree, a health sciences degree, a health studies certificate, an electromechanical drone technology degree, a geospatial science and technology degree, a sound recording degree, and a creative writing degree. OCC launched these new programs to give its students more opportunities, whether their goal is to jump straight into a in-demand career field or get a 4-year degree. Coming up after the break, we'll see how car enthusiasts have weathered this last winter. What impact has the warmth of spring had on the morale of upstate New York gearheads? Stay tuned to find out.
Finals are coming up fast, and Coulter Library is ready. We have lots of new computers, several new study rooms, and extended hours for finals review sessions. If you're stressed about that final exam or frantically working to finish that term paper, look no further. Take advantage of our subject resources and prepare for the end of a successful semester here at Coulter Library.
I love working at the library. I've been a librarian for many, many years. Love helping students. I love the moment, especially here at OCC, when I'm assisting a student who might be doing research and they're just like, say, I never knew about that. I never knew you could do that. And that's such a great moment because we have such a huge and wonderful amount of resources available to students that many of them don't really know how to access.
Finals are coming up fast, and Coulter Library is ready. We have lots of new computers, several new study rooms, and extended hours for finals review sessions. If you're stressed about that final exam or frantically working to finish that term paper, look no further. Take advantage of our subject resources and prepare for the end of a successful semester here at Coulter Library.
I think OCC is a great choice for students, especially if they're not exactly sure what they want to do. I developed the Geospatial Science and Technology program as a way to introduce students to that world that I discovered, learning how to make maps with a computer, collecting data and analyzing that. And we still have a lot of industry connections, and that's always good for trying to find internships or even full-time employment.
I think working with the students and hearing the stories of how successful students are, and lately I've got a lot of, being able to write a lot of the recommendations of students that are going on to a next program, and hearing about what they've done at their next school or in their next career move. I think that's, hearing the success stories and really working with the students and getting to know the students. Sometimes my office is a revolving door because students want to come in and talk, which is great. So that's why I'm here.
Living at OCC is a great experience academically and socially. One of my first impressions of OCC is that it was a bigger than normal community college, more like a private school. All the academic resources are within my fingertips. I can go to the library, do homework outside of the dorms, and then come back and have a nice social life without being stressed. Smaller class size allows me to interact with the professor more. OCC also has a great education with an affordable tuition for anybody of any age.
Welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm Sebastian Goodness. Here now is Sean O'Brien to tell us about the upcoming weather. Sean, how's it look?
The weather is looking a little dreary in comparison to last weekend. According to the National Weather Service, we can expect it to remain mostly cloudy with some on and off rain throughout the rest of the day. Expect highs of around 48 degrees and lows around 39 degrees. We'll see a lot of the same throughout the coming week, so expect to pack an umbrella and a light jacket. Saturday will remain mostly cloudy with highs around 54 and lows around 40. It'll remain cloudy on Sunday with a 30% chance of rain. It might be a few degrees warmer during the day, but expect temperatures to remain mostly the same. Monday will be partly sunny with a high of around 60 before things get rainy and cold again on Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures will hang around in the 50s before dropping into the 30s at night. The winters of upstate New York are famed for their brutal cold as well as the salt that litters the road. The weather effects of winter are a nightmare for car enthusiasts. It's no secret that they're happy about the coming of spring. Rusted cars are an all-too-common sight in upstate New York. Several months of every year are dominated by heavy snow and road salt, two car killers. Motor hobbyists like Hunter Booza, a Syracuse and Rochester-based car flipper, are happy to see a return to warmer weather.
I think having a convertible, these are the kind of days that we look for. Nice and sunny, above 70 degrees is absolutely perfect, but I'll take anything that's not raining at this point.
Since high school, Hunter has been flipping cars as a source of income. A rough winter complicates his business model.
Yeah, I think winter weather unfortunately contributes to a lot of rust, and that can be making any repairs that you have to do on the vehicle take a lot longer than normal. So unfortunately, bolts and fasteners that otherwise would come off with minimal effort can be a real chore and turn a 20-minute job into a 2 or 3 hour ordeal.
Though road salt can be a problem, there are methods of mitigating the stress placed on your car by bad winter conditions. Regularly cleaning your car is just one way of preventing unwanted rust from forming on it. It's not only convertible owners who are enthusiastic about the warm days to come. Motorcycle hobbyists like Hunter Leonard also have a lot to be excited about.
Once it reaches like 60 degrees Fahrenheit and you can just wear a t-shirt and your jacket, oh, it's amazing. I'll ride for 30 minutes or an hour, I'll do a loop, I'll go explore some unknown roads. Around here it's pretty flat, so the roads can get a little boring if you don't explore and find new neighborhoods and stuff.
Very soon the roads may be filled with auto enthusiasts once more. Methods of avoiding rust go beyond just washing your car. Using a ceramic coating on your car as well as anti-rust spray can help reduce rust buildup on your vehicle. keeping the interior of your vehicle dry and your drain plugs clear are also effective methods. Back to you, Sebastian.
Thanks, Sean. Onondaga Community College held a virtual career fair yesterday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. where students met with employers for a job and internship opportunities, career advice, and more. For more information, go to sunyocc.joinhandshake.com. You can contact Career Services at 315-498-2558. You can also email them at careerservices@sunyocc.edu. The people you can talk to are Abby Braid, Amy Stewart, and Carlos Roldan. Coming up later in the show, we'll look at how military veterans can get a college education. After the break, we'll look at how students are feeling about not being able to play any sports this semester. Right here on ONTV Update.
To my knowledge, every single person that's teaching in the program is still presently actively working in the field. Every single one of these professors is an expert in their craft. If it wasn't for this department, if it wasn't for people like Mark Ballard or Mike Kaminsky or Magic on the radio side of things, 0 Point and myself, I wouldn't be where I am today.
In the sound recording program, I was asked to develop 4 courses and teach those 4 courses based in studio recording. So learning the basics of microphones and interface boxes and computer software and cabling and all that, and the process of just tracking musical performances and then mixing them. It gives those students who are interested in sound a little bit more of a broader education in how we can apply sound recording.
My classes aren't too bad. As a business major, they're kind of difficult, so I can always come here and get some help, or if I have any questions about my student profile or anything about that, there's always help here. They took me through like the list of options of courses that I could choose, and I picked the best ones that I think were suited for me. Honestly, without OCC and the help of the Student Center, I just wouldn't really be where I am today.
The School of Art, Design, Media, and Music is the best school.
So there's architecture and interior design. There is broadcast media and communications. There is art, photography, and music and sound recording.
We're a little different. We're very artistic, we're very creative.
A lot of the school is about advising, transfer, career building, and community, like having a place for people to go.
My favorite part about teaching criminal justice is the conversations I end up in with my students. We are talking about tough stuff, justice and fairness. What's different here than other places? The commitment of the faculty and staff in leading students towards their goals.
So Career Services does a variety of different things. We help students from day one, so exploring options within majors or careers, we help with that. We help with guiding them anything that they need throughout their schooling here, so helping them get job shadows and informational interviews, internships, volunteer experience, and then ultimately helping them for whatever's after OCC.
Welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm Luke Boskowski. Now, I've never been much of a sports guy, but a lot of students here do like sports. So I went out and asked them how they've felt about not being able to play this semester, and what do they plan to do next fall. Before the start of the semester, Onondaga Community College, like all colleges, were forced to cancel all sports this semester due to COVID restrictions. But how did students who wanted to play a sport feel losing this opportunity?
I think that, sometimes it's a bit uptight, but it's understandable where, people have died and people are still dying. There's still not a cure for it. And so, they want to be sure that people stay safe. It's understandable, and I think that even though I like sports, I like to play sports, it's necessary and it's a sacrifice that needs to be made.
I'm kind of upset. I've been wanting to play since my first semester here, and that's kind of one of the things that I've been looking forward to, like first semester here. But I heard that they're going to be lifting the regulations soon. Next semester, I heard that sports will be back on, so I'm pretty excited for that.
I was supposed to play 2 semesters ago, but then the COVID hit, and then I couldn't play no more. So that was kind of like disappointing for me. I was same way with her. I was looking forward to it, but things happened, and then yeah, that's pretty much it.
As we all know, COVID ruined everything. All sports on campus were officially canceled, dashing the hopes of OCC's aspiring athletes. However, that hasn't stopped many students from hoping to join one of our school's sports teams next semester.
I've played volleyball for my high school for like 4 years. I'm trying to join the OCC team once they have sports up and running again.
I played soccer in high school, and I was trying to play soccer here, but I'm going to transfer to Oswego or probably Boston University.
From Onondaga Community College outside the Gordon Center, I'm Luke Buskowski with ONTV Update. OCC is optimistic for the 2021 fall semester for their sports teams. So if you're interested in joining one of them, it is better to sign up sooner rather than later. Yesterday, NBA athlete LaMarcus Aldridge has announced his retirement. The famed 35-year-old basketball player on the Brooklyn Nets took to Twitter telling his fans that he will no longer be playing in the NBA due to health concerns. We at ONTV Update wish Mr. Eldridge all the best. Major news in baseball, the MLB is leaving Georgia. For many years now, the Major Baseball League has planned to hold the 2021 All-Star Game in Atlanta, Georgia. But due to a rather controversial voting law that was recently passed, the MLB has chosen to pull out of Atlanta. The All-Star Game will now be held on July 13th in Denver, Colorado. So, Sebastian, what do you think about the MLB leaving Georgia?
I personally don't care all too much. I mean, they're still going to be playing regardless. Coming up, we'll tell you how to withdraw from a class and what students have to do. After the break, we'll talk about a program that helps military veterans with their college education next on ONTV Update.
Here with COVID, look at how you've seen other schools where infection rates have been very high, and here they've been extremely low. That's because the students here are really dedicated to doing the right thing and to learn and work toward that degree and work toward a better life through higher education. I think a community college is the perfect answer to everyone's educational needs.
One thing that I love about my job is the people here at OCC. Students definitely need assistance with career exploration, and that's one of our expertise. So making sure that the students know what they want to do in any way that we can support it. I love working with the students. I love working with the faculty and staff. I like that every day is a little bit different.
Recently, the college has developed a new sound recording program, and we partnered with the music department, and 4 of the courses in that program are offered through the BNC program. BMC 225 and 226 focus on live sound reinforcement and recording. So a lot of students who are interested in if they have a band or if they perform live, what's the best way to get their sound to be optimized for their audience?
This can be in any major. They can have disabilities.
I have students who do have disabilities and work with another department in addition to me. I have students who are veterans. I have students that work full-time. And I'm just a source of assistance for them to get them through the college process, that's all.
Everybody like on the edge of their seats yelling. People want to see you do good. People actually coming out to watch me play. So it definitely give me an incentive to play hard, get some buckets. I guess it's one of the top JUCOs in the country. This is a good program to get your name out there. I like to go by like the sky is the limit. Like you could do anything you put your mind to. Like I didn't really know I was gonna break a record. I just kind of figured like if I was to put all in the work in, you could do anything that you put your mind to. If you're gonna work hard or something, just give it your all.
Because we're a two-year school, you're going to play right away. As a freshman, you're going to get pretty good parts, and as a sophomore, you're going to have all the best stuff. We have a lot of non-majors involved, and they can play in ensembles, they can take lessons, they can take music classes. They really could do all the music major things. There are no barriers to that. We have great equipment, we have great facilities. It's a lot of fun to be here. There's a lot of energy, and we do a lot of performing, which makes everybody kind of energetic and working towards those goals together, and it makes it a lot of fun.
Tomorrow, the Museum of Science and Technology's new Innovation Station exhibit, which focuses on Syracuse-based technological innovations, will open. The exhibit opens with a special feature on lacrosse, presented by the American Indian Law Alliance. The exhibit is covered by museum admissions and opens at 10 a.m. There will be a free milk and food drive-thru distribution event hosted by the American Dairy Association Northeast at Shopping Town Mall on Tuesday, April 20th. The event is free of cost and will be taking place from 1 p.m. through 2 p.m. Drivers and passengers will need to remain seated in their vehicles. Food supplies will be distributed into the trunks of cars. Planned Parenthood will be providing students with information on reproductive health care on Wednesday, April 21st from 11 a.m. through 1 p.m. in the Gordon Student Center. They will be providing resources and referrals to students with their reproductive health, as well as free contraceptives. If you miss this event, Planned Parenthood will be back on May 5th. Welcome back to ONTV Update. I'm Sebastian Goodness. College nowadays is more important than ever. It's also more expensive than in previous years. Luckily, if you're in the military, there is a program to help with that. The land of the free and the home of the brave. But a lot of our soldiers can't afford a college education. Luckily, there's a program in place to help them. One of them being veteran Navy SEAL Matthew McCarthy.
When I decided that I wanted to go back to school and come back to Onondaga Community College, after I got out of the Navy, I had already known about the GI Bill and how I could use it. I looked up on the website to see if there was like a veterans office here on campus.
It's thanks to the Office of Veterans Affairs that gives soldiers like Matthew the education they deserve at an affordable price. But what exactly is the Veterans Affairs? Who better to explain than Veterans Affairs Advisor Stephen White?
The primary function of the Veterans Affairs Office at Onondaga Community College is to act as a liaison between the college and the Veterans Administration, the Veterans Administration being a federal government agency that administers the GI Bill entitlement.
Matthew advises new veterans to use the program.
My first advice would definitely be to come here and talk with Stephen White and talk to any other veteran that's here in this office. A lot of the work study groups that work here, they're veterans as well, so they can give advice about what they've done and how they've used their post 9/11 GI Bill.
With this system in place, more of our boys in uniform can get a good job in the future. The program also helps with your textbook funds as well in a system called Box of Books. Keep in mind that you'll have to pay the fee later. The deadline to withdraw from a class is April 19th at 6 p.m. That is also the deadline to drop a class that is a grade of W, but that is for students that are taking a class for the full semester. Students can go to WebAdvisor and click on Register or Drop sections. They take a look to see what class they want to drop. For students that are only taking a half semester class, the deadline to withdraw from a class is April 29th at 6 p.m. Sean is back now with the weekend weather forecast. Sean, how's it look?
It'll be a good weekend to curl up under the blankets and read a book, that's for sure. It'll be mostly cloudy all weekend with a chance of rain on Friday and Sunday, with Saturday remaining mostly cloudy. Temperatures will hang around in the high 40s today and enter the 50s over the weekend. If you're doing anything outdoors, it might be a good idea to put on a raincoat and some boots.
Well, if that's the case, I think I'll just stay inside most of the day. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you come back next week for more stories right here on ONTV Update. Have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend.